the last week or so, have made their computers off limits till school starts.
So what you're teaching them is that they can give birth to desires, and the source will call them toward their desires, but there's somebody else in their experience that can prevent them from going. And what they will show you is you're not big enough. They'll go next door, they'll go to the library, they'll find a friend, they'll find other means that you will call devious, because the call of source is that strong. So the stakes just get bigger.
Right.
The call of source wins, and then you get stronger, and then the call of source wins, and then you get stronger. Pretty soon you got a war in the Middle East. Do you know what children want more than anything? They want you to know that they know. Because they're born knowing, and they still believe that they know, and they're still intuitive. And when you say to them, well, I might have chosen a different way, but I can see your clarity, and I can see your power, and I believe in your ability to make choices, and I can't see your road very well from my vantage point. I trust you. Can you imagine how that must sound to a child who adores you, who's being torn apart because source is calling and somebody else that they love is not wanting them to go? Do you fear so much that if they followed their natural intuition that they would go wrong? So many parents do. So many parents believe that what's downstream is bad stuff. We've never seen children go astray who weren't pushing against parents or pushing against some authority. The jails are full of them. Even the guy over there who escaped. That's how he got there. In other words, they said, you should not. And he said, I can do anything I want. And they said, don't do it. And he said, I'll keep doing it, and I'll be the best at it ever. And they said, we'll keep catching you. And he says, I'll keep getting away. In other words, that's the game exaggerated, isn't it? Where as this parent, as this mentor, as this uplifter that you are to the very core of your being, the gift that you have for your children is the insight that you have about alignment. And really, as we watch parents and children, we know that the children are the teachers, because the children still remember the call. The children are much more likely to be in alignment than the parent, and it's so odd to watch the parent laying down all the rules when the children really have all the answers. Talk about a generation gap.
Right.
So life experience causes them to add to vibrational escrow, and the collective vibrational escrow is this vibrational stance from which all of the children are being born. That's why they're born cable ready. That's why they're born internet ready. That's why they're born. That's why the computer isn't daunting to them. That's why they see the bigger picture. In other words, they're part of this vibrational world. Do you know that the internet is the best example that we've ever seen so far of the way law of attraction works in this universe? Someone will say, I got online and I don't have any idea how I found you. And we say, law of attraction lined it up. It's really easy. If you think it's easy for source energy to get a bird to bring you a message, you should see how easy it is to move bits around on computers. In other words, whatever it is you are looking for, you will be inspired to the right clicks, to the right positions, to the right whatever you're wanting. There is nothing that we've ever seen that can give you more immediate gratification for what you are actually vibrating than the internet. And so we are in agreement with you that it really helps to be in line with who you are. But there is nothing in all of this universe that you need to be guarded against. You do not need to guard your children against anything. And if we were standing in your physical shoes, the only thing that we would be aware of is that we do not want to be guarded about guardedness. In other words, being guarded is the resistance that keeps you from your natural well-being. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would go to our children immediately and we would say, I've rethought this. we would say, my impulse is to protect you from being absorbed into too narrow of a life. But the flaw in my reasoning is that you should see life through my eyes, which you can't do. And conversely, my flawed reasoning is that I could see your life through my eyes, which I can't do. So I've decided to let you use your own eyes and live your own life. Just know that above all things, I wish you well-being. And I've decided that it's going to be up to you to know whether you're finding it or not. And you probably remember this. I forgot it for a while and I'm remembering it now. I can tell when I hook into something that's beneficial by the way it feels. And I remembered that you can too. So I love you. Be well. I'm setting you free, my chickadees. And in the moment you do that, you will feel so much better. Because to take on yourself the responsibility of protecting someone who you can't protect, of keeping them from something that you cannot keep them from, is you going upstream.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
That's what it is. It'd make you want to run away, actually.
Thank you.